Think your buddy Mac Attack is into any other things, or do you think he's just full on about girls?
Mostly girls, but he does like.
Well, you do have that right. Mac Attack is actually very straight. Okay, so when we ask Michael these questions, of course he's going to be asked who does he think is gay on the show and who is not. Yourself, do you like boys and girls? Like, don't be embarrassed. What sex are you basically? Like, how do you feel?
Basically, I'd go for girls, but I do like male friends.
Well, you see, that's easy. So you're full on straight. You love female. That's pretty much it. Well, you see, this is how you can tell Mac Tech is straight. If you ever want to know, ask him what he does in his personal time. But you have to ask him off camera.
I know what he does in his personal time. And I'm just going to drop it to that.
Well, we're about to go to another interview. Michael, you mind if we interview you?
Sure, let's go for this.
Alright, so we are here with Michael Jeffers Black. I'm not going to show the interviewer's face. Michael, first thing we're going to start off with. How did you come up with the new theme song, and how do you feel about your theme song fits your character?
I feel that the theme song that I have now fits my character better because it has a higher energy. I wanted the next theme that I have to have a certain kind of energy to it, because the other theme song, it took too long to get to the actual energetic parts, and by the time I was actually in the ring, there had been no energy generated. So it went from this long guitar, then it goes on to just where bum, every single drop is what you got, dun, every single drop of what you got, dun, every single bit of all you have, and that's what it's gonna take to take someone down like Death Wish. You know, I feel like that actually fits him better. To know, it kind of brings about the idea that the match in question is going to take every single bit of everything that the wrestler that's up against them would have.
Well, let's talk about your co-workers for a second. You have co-workers backstage. You work with other people. You work with the GM and the version of Mac that wrestles a heel. Is Mac Attack a good GM? Is he bad at booking? Does this kid really suck? Or is this kid show, is he actually trying to make this into something?
He's trying his best to make this into something, and it seems like a lot of unnecessary things just seems to get in the way. One of the reasons that the show is not bigger than what it really could be is overall there's somewhat of a lack of interest in the area. You know, we live in pretty much the wastelands here. You know, friends in the neighborhood are really hard to come by, and to string together something like this, it actually takes friends, and people, and there needs to be a lot of people that actually care about what you're doing, and 9 times out of 10, those kinds of people are really hard to find. I mean, it wasn't like I was when I ran CCBW back in Coal City, where I had 15 wrestlers on my roster. It wasn't. It's not like anything like that, and I don't think and I think that's pretty much a 1 in a million shot to get that many people involved in a small thing like this. You have to have people that actually care and aren't just in it to try and make some sort of bogus name for themselves, and actually love wrestling for what it is.
Well, let me stop you right there. We're going to ask you another question. You won every belt today on the show. You were first off drafted with that Enter title. Haven't put it on the line, except for like once or twice, and you keep retaining it. How do you feel that you hold every belt now?
Well, now that I have every belt, it really does change. It really does change the it changes my perception on just where I am and how much further along everybody else has to go, and they'll get there. They will get there. It's part of my contracting agreement is that that these guys get worked up, and not just by me, but by other professional wrestling aficionados that will help them along the way and keep them to where they can get to where they need to be as a wrestler, and not be subjected
Well, I
to
mean,
just overall foul training or trying to do this themselves, because professional wrestling is something that they can get hurt on. I've been in actual pro rings. I'm not gonna mention the names
no,
of the
because
federations that have actually given me professional training over the years.
let me get into
But
another
because,
question.
hang on one second,
Alright.
because that could muddy their record, knowing that some guys out here doing the yard. But here's the thing, a lot of professional wrestlers would look down on what I do. I mean, yeah, you're not supposed to go out in backyard. It's something that's supposed to be forbidden. But with people like me around now, there's a lot less kids out here getting hurt. And I think, people are going to do what people are going to do. You can slap as many warnings on a WWE DVD as you can, but people are still going to try this stuff. And as a trained wrestler, as someone who has actually been trained in the field of professional wrestling, no matter how minute it might be,
Now,
I protect teenagers, children. I show them ways of eking around these moves and still having fun without them getting hurt. And I think that I'm providing an important service in that regard.
well, let's get on to another question. We've talked a lot about professional wrestlers. Mac Attack has a celebrity crush. He's mentioned it many times on this channel. We all know it's been Sasha Banks. He loves her to death. Big fan of her. He's always shouting her out on Twitter and stuff. Have you ever had a celebrity crush on a certain woman in that wrestling business?
In the wrestling business specifically, or just a celebrity crush in general?
One in the wrestling business specifically.
It would actually be kind of hard to choose. I really enjoyed Sable. Of course, it's like I get in from the '90s wrestling perspective and things like that. But I found myself like really into Sable. And China, for what it was worth, she had a fantastic Playboy shoot. We'll say that much. Hey.
This is a PG. This is PG.
Yeah, well, PG stands for puppy dogs and grapefruits.
No, it doesn't. All right, now.
But yeah, she had a really one. But the thing is, when you see Sable though, Sable just had this kind of attraction to her. And Miss Elizabeth, actually, I have to go with Miss Elizabeth. She's so shy, calm, and reserved. Miss Elizabeth. I mean, she's not here anymore. God rest her soul. Give her a 10-bell salute and all that. And Macho Man Randy Savage is one of my biggest influences in professional wrestling, and one of the reasons I laced up my boots.
And we have recently, we've lost two of our best. We have lost a man named Earthquake.
Yep.
And we have lost a man named Vader.
The loss of Vader breaks my heart on a level that you couldn't, that a lot of people couldn't understand. I've seen him in WWF. I've seen him Rocket in WCW, and I've seen him in ECW, where, in my opinion, he had his best matches. One of the greatest rivalries of all time will be Vader versus the human suplex machine Taz.
Now let's get back to something. I want to ask you, how do you feel your relationship with Matt Tuck? Are you like, or do you absolutely like you want to finish him? And does he boss his moves all the time, or is he actually good at it?
Oh, I really respect Mac Attack, and I really appreciate the fact that he's trying to start this whole yarding show, because, a lot of people, they don't really, it's not something that's overall respected. As a matter of fact, in professional wrestling, it's kind of disrespected, but nobody really cares about this false sense of propriety anymore. This false sense of, people just want to see what they want to see. People get hungry for more action, and we provide more action. Backyard wrestling provides more action and allows people who love wrestling to get involved. As long as they have somebody that can keep them safe, somebody that's been certified enough to keep them safe. But trying things that are out of the norm, that's what backyard wrestling's become famous for. It's gotten a bad reputation because people have taken the whole backyard wrestling thing way too far, jumping off of houses and doing things that cause incredible bodily injury.
Well, you think back like that, he fears that like when he gets older, he doesn't want to move to anything. Like, he has plans, he has goals to work in the league. He fears that Sasha Banks, people like that, are going to look down on him for being a backyard.
That's why you just kind of keep that thing quiet, because, It doesn't need to be talked about. You don't want to talk about the good old days in the yard with professional wrestlers because they tend to have a negative view on everything that's going on. But what you don't realize is that there's even images of Kofi Kingston in the Backyard Federation, and Eddie Guerrero got his start with a wrestling ring his dad had in his backyard.
Well, from what we know, we don't think Sasha ever started in her backyard. What do you think personally, yourself, without any info on Sasha Banks, do you think she has worked in a backyard once or twice?
9 times out of 10, it's a statistic that females 9 times out of 10 don't end up yarding. They end up going for it straight out.
Why do you think guys yard and girls don't? What is your big opinion?
Well, guys, we're naturally dumb. We see things that we think we can do, and we immediately try and put things into effect to where we can do them. And if we can't do them, the smart will fake them, but the real will fail and kill themselves. The service I provide, which is a service that's available to anybody locally that is into backyard wrestling and hates the thought of getting injured. My services are available to anyone who sends me proper documentation, address, how much you want to pay for it and whatnot. These services are available to literally anyone. Right now, Mac Attack and Charles, they pay nothing for their training. They are my test subjects. If I can start teaching them to where they can get to a point to where they're making excellent masters with little direction, then I'll be able to prove that the idea of me doing good backyard training and trying to fix an environment where backyard wrestlers are no longer hurting themselves, because you can slap a warning label on it if you want to. People are going to try people are going to imitate and try what they see on TV. 9 times out of 10, it's going to happen. But the best thing we can do, instead of it being a grounds for punishment, instead get them someone who can train them to fake it and train them to have fun without the object of getting hurt, and without the hospital visits, hospital bills, kids crying in the corner because they didn't know how to do a move, but they decided, hey, I'm going to try and do a moonsault anyway. Oh, look what happened to my spine. That's not that's not what I want to. That's not what I'm promoting, but that's what I'm going against. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're very close personal friends, and it has no, it, the fact that the fact that they're friends actually definitely ties into the fact of why they ended up being my first subject for my little backyard backyard wrestling reach out program. Currently, I'm in 2 different federations. One is actually run by a Hall of Fame wrestling promoter. Hi. I don't think he's going to be watching this, but yeah. Hi, Emilio.
Felix, we are about to get our next episode started. So before we end off this, we got one last question for you, Michael. The
Okay.
mystery attacker story. How has that storyline went for you? Like, are you liking this mystery attacker storyline? Do you think Mac Attack is going upstairs because he won belt? Like, how do you feel Mac Attack's going? Do you think he's doing crybaby about it?
I think that Mac Attack really hasn't learned to cut his losses on losing the belt, which I could understand because it's a belt that he's held for quite some time. It was Mac Attack against the world, and then all of a sudden the world bit back, and then you have someone like me who's actually had some real professional training, who's actually next summer, I will have spent 10 years training and yarding. 10 years in wrestling. I'll be celebrating that next year. So he's got a lot to contend with and needs to feel good that he was able to just simply hold his own in that match, because he was up against something that I really feel like he didn't really understand fully. I mean, it's not, I mean, it's nothing. I mean, it's definitely nothing against him, but you know, I think that's what really that really cut him off